Happy Monday and happy April, folks. It's Vicky here, the Addiction Eliminator. And I just wanted to share with you my up and coming events because I am so excited about what I am bringing to you in April and for the rest of the year. Events, in person or virtual, things that last longer than 45 minutes or an hour, are how I like to work. As my clients will tell you, our sessions are never 45 minutes or 60 minutes because we need to discuss, we need to try practical things. And once we get into conversations, as I'm sure all of you know who do networking, and if you have one-to-one conversations, the time just flies. And often we just wish we had a little bit longer. So I am bringing you some workshops that are 2 hours long that will go through in practical terms some of the ways that you can implement some of the things that you might have thought, ooh, I'd like to try that, on my free Nourish, Not Punish masterclass. And if you haven't watched that free masterclass yet, please do, because if you want to jump on this workshop, it will mean that you kind of got a bit of a heads up of some of the stuff that we might be covering. And also, you may then be armed with some questions that you would like to ask that are specific and pertinent to you. Because as we all know, when we're on workshops or in group sessions of anything, often the questions that other people ask are the ones that we want to ask, but maybe don't, because we're a little bit concerned that people might think we're a bit silly or we should know. So if that's something that you like the sound of, if you want to know more about the Nourish, Not Punish workshop, jump over to the link. I've put it above on Eventbrite, which tells you a little bit more about what we will do. It's very practical based. It's very fun based. It's very much interactive. And the masterclass is free. The workshop is not, because I only want people on the workshop who are actually going to take action and implement the stuff. And I know, because I've done it myself, and I'm sure you can all put your hand up and admit that you've done it yourself too. When we go along to free things, oftentimes we just kind of go, okay, yeah, that was good. And we have a notebook perhaps, and it goes on a shelf, and we don't do anything with it. But when we tend to invest in things, it's definitely, we're more interactive on the day. We tend to be more participatory because we want to get value, and we tend to ask more questions. Well, I certainly do. And I'm guessing that there's a lot of you who are like me, who do exactly the same. So just an example, I went to a free event this weekend, and it was okay, but it was obvious why it was free, because there was just a little snippet and a little taster of things, but it was very much trying to sell you something. And this is not about me trying to sell you something. This is a workshop where you can come along. It's a standalone event, and you will walk away and get some really practical stuff that you can utilize and you can implement. So if that sounds like something that you would like to do, please go and check out the link, because there's a number of dates. I am fully aware that some of you can do stuff during the day, during the week, and I'm fully aware some of you cannot. I am not a person who is at her best doing stuff in the evenings. And the simple reason is this: my body clock is such that now my better hours of the day are early. So I am one of those people who gets up at silly o'clock, and I do work better between the hours of 4:30 a.m. Yes, you did hear me right. 4:30 a.m. and 12:30 are my better times of being fully present, of being really with it. As it gets further along into the evening, I am not at my best. I'm still pretty okay, but I'm not at my best. And I must admit that I think for a lot of people, when you've been working all day and you've had a busy day yourself, there is only so much you can take in, and there's only so much that you're going to actually get the benefit from at the end of the day, which is why I have chosen to put these workshops on during the day, during the week, on a Thursday, because that's the day that fits with my current schedule and my current clients, and also on a Saturday morning. And as I say, it's 2 hours. There will be a recording available, but only to the people who participate, and only if everybody who is participating is in agreement of it being recorded, because there may well be, we're talking about food, we're talking about body image issues, we're talking about alcohol, we're talking about our personal thoughts and feelings. And it may well be that if the majority of people decide that actually they don't want this stuff recording, then we may not record it. But there will not be a recording available to anybody who signs up but then cannot make the workshop. If you can't make it, as it says in the information on there, you can ask to be transferred to a different date, folks. So that is going to be how it works. Now, the second event that I'm kind of even more excited about is bringing you a virtual retreat. So here's the thing. I will be doing actual retreats in person, in real venues later on this year. And I haven't got the venues set in stone yet, which is why I have not said anything about it just yet. But what I wanted to do is offer you a bit of a taster and get you into the vibe and into the mood of what being on a virtual event is actually like. And if you've never done a virtual event, well, this is a good opportunity to jump in and see whether you like it. It's going to be practical based. I'm going to recommend that you do kind of block yourself off in a part of your house or in your bedroom or your living room where nobody can disturb you, because it's 5 hours. Now, that might sound a long time, but if you've ever been on an actual in-person retreat, you'll know that the time just flies, especially when you are 100% immersed and fully involved in what is going on. And you will be. You will be sent some little goodie bags that will be useful on the actual virtual event day itself, but also that you can use afterwards as well. So they're not just one and done. You'll have something to keep, something to remember the virtual retreat by. And the information again is on the link on Eventbrite. But if you do want to have a chat with me and just find out a little bit more, or if you've got any questions that have not been answered on the Eventbrite information, then just message me, because the more we can have conversations and the more you know that you're investing in something that is actually going to be helpful to you, obviously, the better, because that's what I want you to do. Ultimately, my goal of all of these events is to help you to reconnect. Is to help you to reconnect to your body, to start to actually tune in and to listen to what it is telling you. To help yourself to recognize that if you are struggling with weight, with menopause, with your thinking, with your memory, with how you're feeling in your own skin, then there are going to be a number of reasons why that's happening. It's never just one thing. And the more we can understand how our body, mind, brain connect, the more we can understand our nervous system and our language and how we can't separate anything from anything, because everything in your body and in your mind and in your brain is interconnected. But it's not as complicated as perhaps you have been led to believe. And my aim is to simplify the seemingly confusing and complicated, to help you to get back in tune with yourself so that you don't feel the need to turn to food or to alcohol to help you to feel better about life and yourself. My aim is for you to feel fabulously free of the compulsion and the feeling that you can't get a grip on what you are doing and how you are feeling around food or alcohol or exercise or anxiety or OCD or any of the behavior patterns that you may be doing that are putting a bit of a blight on your life and just stopping you from enjoying life as you'd like to. And if you are going, yeah, actually, do you know what? That's me. Well, have a little look at what I've got on offer. And as I say, if you want to ask me any questions, just get in touch, because I love to chat, as you can probably tell. And I will speak to some of you very, very soon, I hope. Take care of yourselves, guys. I hope it's sunny where you are. It is here in UK, in London. That's where I'm based. But that's the great thing about doing online stuff. It doesn't matter where you are, because anybody can join in from anywhere. So take care of yourselves. Look after your health. It is the most important thing you've got. And be good to yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.